Dr. Harris Nagler is here now, the president of the Urology Care Foundation, giving out once again the Humanitarian Award. And we have the great pleasure of being joined by this year's recipient, Dr. Serigne Gueye. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I want to talk about your work. I want to talk about the award in just a moment. But first, Dr. Nagler, I want to talk about the presidential address and your focus this year.
So our focus is to update the audience on all the activities of the AUA Urology Care Foundation. The Urology Care Foundation is focused on improving healthcare around the world. We are a worldwide organization. And what I'm going to show is what we are doing worldwide to improve healthcare. We believe elimination of disparities is an important part of elevating healthcare worldwide. And Dr. Gueye is an excellent example of people who are focused on eliminating healthcare disparities and improving healthcare.
And Doctor, I know you do it out of the goodness of your heart and your expertise, but what does it feel like to be awarded for your work?
Well, it was, I think that's something I didn't expect from the AUA, Urology Care Foundation, and that is the biggest organization in the world, and being recognized by an entity like the Urology Care Foundation is just something that made me feel like I was on the right path. And I really appreciate it. And I know that it doesn't come from nowhere, it has come from somewhere. I have a lot of friends in the Americas, urologists who work in Africa and somewhere else. And I think that brought what I do from the other side of the world to the Americas, so it was appreciated. And I really thank you very much, Mr. President.
And I know Dr. Nagler said that it was a unanimous choice for you. I don't want you to be humble now. I want you to tell me about what you do that is so important, that touches so many people.
Well, actually, I never work in my life. I have never done any work since I started working. Actually, I'm living a passion. This goes back from when I decided to become a doctor. It was a personal choice, and that came from a family disaster. Having my dad working, going and coming, and dead in the afternoon without care at the hospital. I was very young. I was about 11 years old. And very early in my high school years, I decided to become a doctor and not telling to anybody. Actually, it's like I'm trying to cure my dad, who had not been privileged to get services when they got to that hospital on that day of July 30th, 1969. And since then, I went to the School of Medicine, and hopefully I went to the Army. And being in the Army brought me everywhere, took me everywhere. And then after that, I became a surgeon, I became a urologist, and I just dedicated some time to serve the underserved and to try to help the needy area, the needy nation throughout Africa, to make sure they can get training, they can build capacity, and we can service the poor.
Doing so much good out of sadness. I love that. What was it that impressed you most, Dr. Nagler, about Dr. Gueye? And how do you think meeting him, hearing his story, helps the field of urology?
Well, he epitomizes what a humanitarian is. He does it for the right reasons. All the glory that he's achieved, if you will, is a byproduct of what he does because he believes in it. He never focused on, I'm going to do this so I benefit. He's trying to help people around him and improve healthcare for people, not just his immediate family, but people throughout Africa. He's united many nations and urologists around Africa to focus on improving healthcare. He's educated them. He actually received the United Nations Award for his healthcare efforts in the past as well. So he's an exemplar of the humanitarian initiatives.
And that really does speak to this idea of the disparities in care when you talk about the people that you are serving versus maybe whom you might encounter here in this country.
So we have disparities in healthcare around the world. We recognize that. The Urology Care Foundation is focused on doing what we can to improve that. And we can do it by three ways. We can educate people. We believe that education is an essential part of getting rid of healthcare disparities. We want to make sure that patients have access to materials that allow them to make intelligent decisions, to be participants in their health care. We are doing that in now 11 languages, so that this is not just a United States effort, but this is a worldwide effort. We want to educate our educators. We want to make sure that we support researchers so that they can learn how to be healthcare providers and, in fact, be the leaders for the future, so we can, again, alleviate the world of disparities. So the third phase of this is our humanitarian work. And our third phase is humanitarian work, where we are supporting individuals to go around the world and help do work like Dr. Gueye is doing. Lastly, we have a new initiative that I think is very exciting and important, and that's a healthcare equity fellowship that we're sponsoring. This is a brand new initiative that we're launching this year, and it's a 2-year program. We are going to be educating people to become conversant in the ways of working on healthcare disparities. They are going to get a certificate. They are working with a university to get a certificate in bioethics, so that they are better prepared to be the leaders of the future, so that we as a society can really move into the future.
Well, gentlemen, you both are making a difference. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for joining me here today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.